Good day. This is meteorologist Kyle Gallagher from the 24/7 Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center. Time is just after midnight GMT on the 25th of November, 2022. And this is a brief overview of the very active pattern ongoing in the North Atlantic Basin. Taking a look at the latest surface analysis from the Ocean Prediction Center, we see a number of individual gales and storms covering the North Atlantic around a mean center, which is roughly at about 55 north, 30 west. This area is expected to persist in the next couple of days before beginning to move off to the east, which we'll see here in the latest run of the GFS model via our in-house product. Here is the developing storm here just east of Newfoundland. This will move off to the southeast over the next 12 hours, potentially reaching with gusts up to hurricane force in the vicinity of 45 north, 45 west, around 12Z today. This system then continues off to the east as this storm, well to the north of the Azores, lifts off to the northeast as well. These individual systems eventually consolidate into that mean complex storm center. This is 26 at 12Z, around 55 north, 33 west. And we see a very large area of high seas extending south almost to 40 degrees north latitude, mid-ocean. And as we go forward in time, I see the storm center moves off to the east, approaching the British Isles in a weakening state down to gale strength. This is early on the 28th, again with high seas from the west of Ireland all the way down to the northwest of the Iberian Peninsula. And then those continue off to the east and slowly begin to lower a bit into the 29th. We'll go back to the beginning again and we'll monitor the next system here that moves off the U.S. East Coast later today on the 25th. Here you see a cold front extending from the Gulf of Maine down to off the southeast coast of the United States. This will spawn a new gale center here just southeast of Nova Scotia by 12Z tomorrow, the 26th. And this system will rapidly deepen as well, likely a hurricane force storm here centered around 42 north, 59 west, 27-0Z, along with developing high seas to potentially very high seas in the southwest quadrant here, definitely very high seas here by 27-12Z, potentially in excess of 10, 11, 12 meters even. And this is all the way down to 37 north, 55 west at that time. This storm moves slowly off to the east and gradually begins to fill as we go into the 29th. Eventually 29-12Z, what's left of the system here is a weak gale around 47 north, 27 west, with still seas in excess of 6 meters to the north of the Azores. Beyond that, the next system moves east of Newfoundland here on the 29th. And then again, this also deepens, likely deepening into a storm here east of the Flemish Cap by late on the 30th. And then continues up to the north and east. And again, we have another large area of high seas developing by late next week. All in all, not looking good for great circle routing across the North Atlantic Basin for the foreseeable future, just given this very active pattern with frequent gales and frequent periods of high seas to potentially very high seas at times. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on LinkedIn to receive all the latest weather and routing news. Once again, this is meteorologist Kyle Gallagher from the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center. Stay connected and safe.